What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Somehow I made it through all of 2024 without making a single video, but here we are back in 2025, and today I wanted to introduce to you guys my 2024 BMW M2. Now, I've actually had this car for about 6 months. I'm almost to the break-in period miles. I think I'm at like 1120. The break-in miles are like 1200, so I'm just about there. So obviously 1200 miles in 6 months is not all that much, but this has been a really fun car. I wanted to show you guys this now because I will actually be taking delivery of a new car here in about a month, and I wanted to show you guys this and give you my thoughts on this before it went away. So if you guys have watched the channel, you'll know I've also had a G80 M3, had a G80 M2, so I can kind of give my thoughts on this car compared to those cars. But first things first, let's talk about the spec. Now, I didn't spec this out. I bought this off the showroom floor. This is a 2024 that I bought in September of 24, so I got a decent discount off of it. I did not order it. I did not spec it out. So the color is Zandvoort blue. This was obviously the press color. When I saw the press videos and pictures, I was not impressed with it. I didn't think I would like it, but when I saw it in person, this color really pops. Like, the videos and stuff don't do it justice. It's a really cool color. Like I said, I've had other G80 cars, and with this color, I've had some other cool colors. This color has got the most compliments from other people, just thinking it's a really cool color because it really pops in person. So Zandvoort blue for the color. You can see they optioned it with the sunroof, which it's okay to have a sunroof, but personally I'd much rather have the carbon roof. Did the black wheels, which look really good. Getting close here and show you guys the blue brakes. Well, these are always dirty, so don't mind the brake dust. What else on the spec? So, interior spec, they did the seats with the blue stitching, which are very nice. These are very comfortable seats, sporty as well. And you can see the best part here, a 6-speed manual. Also, you notice all the carbon fiber bits inside. Looks really good. So next, let's go to some of my thoughts on the looks of this G87. So the front end I really like. It's grown on me. When they first introduced it, was not a fan. Like the G80, it grew on me a lot. But comparing it to the G80, personally, I like the front end of the G80 better. These look decent with the little sideways question mark thing. But you miss those dual halos of the older versions. So this does have the more traditional grille, but with those sideways slats, I don't know, it looks kind of weird to me. Now, you can't look at the front end and not think about Lego, because it just kind of looks like a Lego car. And that's what I thought when I first saw it, but luckily the front end's kind of grown on me. Overall, I like it, but compared to the G80, I think the G80, quite frankly, looks better and just a little bit more aggressive. So looking down the side of it, you can see how wide at the tires this thing sticks out compared to the rest of the body. So with the G80, you get like a black plastic piece down there. Here you actually get like a body colored fender, which looks really good and makes it a little bit more complete. I also, compared to the G80, this is something I like better, is the door handle. So the G80 has those ones you just slide your hand into. This one, you reach in and it swings out like a gate. I don't know, there's something about this handle that just feels more sturdier and more premium compared to the ones on the G80. The G80, I don't know, to me it's always felt kind of plasticky and flimsy. So you can see at the back here, you got your wide hips, which look so good on this car. And then this would probably be, in my opinion, the most controversial part of the car. This hasn't grown on me, the back end, because again, I look back here and I think Lego. The parts of it are good. Like, I think the bottom is good with the quad exhaust, but something about the taillights to me, the halo swords, I don't know, it looks a little weird. I think if you put a bigger spoiler on it, like this has the body colored spoiler, put something bigger on here, it might kind of take some of the focus off of the headlights in this area and make it look a little bit better. But I think, the bottom half of this looks good. The top half hasn't really grown on me. And coming around this side, you can see, this is definitely a shorter wheelbase than what you get with the G80 or the G82. It is a slightly smaller car, not significantly smaller. I will say that. All right, so that covers the outside. Let's open the door and pop inside. So one of the coolest touches on this is this little tricolor accent here on the door. This lights up too. I think this looks fantastic. The little designs here. Overall, I mean, the stuff on the door is pretty cheap. Cheap plastic, which is what you would expect on a car at this price point. But the design over here, I think that's really good. Nice handle here, nice stitching. Everything else looks really good. So on the interior, you've got the door sills. These chrome door sills look really good. I do like the seats. I've seen the accent color with the more colorful kind of accents on the sides. That I think those look really good. I wish they'd option it with those, but these are decent. So here you get the blue stitching. You got the light up M2 badge. On the steering wheel, you got your big chunky steering wheel, just like you get with the G80 or G82. This being the 2024 has the curved display screen. So I've had several vehicles with this infotainment system, and I like it. It's very easy to use. Everything moves very quick. Sometimes you gotta hunt and search for things a little bit, but overall I think it's a very good system. So coming into the center console, you can see we've got all this carbon fiber, which looks great. We've got the shifter, which is a lot of fun. And then the middle here, one difference between this and the G80 and G82, in those cars, this was like a gloss black, which that was super hard to keep clean. It always looked dirty, especially, even if it was a couple days after you just cleaned it, it went back to looking dirty. You get fingerprints and stuff all over it. But here they did like a matte finish on this, and I actually like this better. Like, I'm guessing because it's in the M2, there's probably the cheaper of the two options to do, but it looks really good and it stays clean. I have to wipe it off every once in a while, but overall it looks real good. Got the nice padded armrest in the middle here. Show you guys the passenger seat. Passenger door. Got ambient lighting in here, carbon fiber all across the dash. So let's talk about the back seat, because if you're looking at this car, you may want to put your kids in the back. It works really well for that. I've had my kids riding in the back. Usually it's just one or the other. It's not the whole family. With this big booster seat here, my 3-year-old, we usually have to scoot that seat up a little bit because he's getting a little tall. May have to look at a different seat here soon. If this seat's all the way back, his legs are kind of in the back of it. So usually it's just, if I'm picking him up from school, it's just me and him. So we can move that and it's not a big deal. But other than that, for a smaller sports car, this actually has quite a bit of room in the back. Only thing for me is my kids are starting to get a little bit bigger, so I don't know how much longer we can kind of make this work. So, which is one of the reasons why, as I said at the beginning, I'll probably have this for about another month or so, and then I'm trading this for something else. But if you want to put small kids in the back, that does work very well. This is for a smaller car. It's actually very roomy inside. Now for the trunk. Now this does not have the automatic lift like you get with the G80 and G82, which is something I do miss. But once you get into the trunk, like, this thing's huge. Like, I've done a lot of grocery pickups with this thing, and you can fit a ton in the back. So smaller car, but actually pretty practical with the back seat and the storage room in the back. Show you guys under the hood. So of course this has the same S58 engine as that's in the G80 and G82. So it is slightly detuned, however, which I'm sure most of you know. G80, G82, their S58, it's over 500 horsepower, and I believe this one is right around 450 something. But in a car this small, that much horsepower, it feels very fast. So let's talk about my driving impressions next, and I'll probably do another video where I go more in depth on this, but I'll give you guys some initial thoughts. So as I said, I got the manual versus the automatic in the G80 and G82. I had automatics in both of those. So don't get me wrong, the manual is a lot of fun to drive. It helps it feel more engaged, makes it feel like you're more involved in the driving process, which is cool. If you're an enthusiast who likes to drive, likes to roll your own gears, this is definitely a good option. So I kind of wish I would have owned these in reverse order, because I got spoiled having the G80 and G82 first with automatics, because those cars are insanely fast. Like I said, they've got the same engines, where this one's slightly detuned, a little less horsepower, but smaller car. So I think, the power to weight ratio is pretty close. Now, if this thing had an automatic, I think it would be a rocket, because to me, that's the only thing that slows it down, is having the manual. Is you just can't shift gears as fast as what the automatic can. So I got spoiled with the G80 and G82. Those cars are blisteringly fast. This one is quick, but not quite as fast with the manual. I think if you got an automatic, it would be crazy fast. And I know you can do minimal modifications and add a lot of horsepower to this car and just make it a rocket. So don't get me wrong, this can be a fast car, but if you're optioning it with the manual, it's not going to feel as fast as the automatic. That and just the convenience of driving this as a daily driver with an automatic. Most of the time I would prefer the automatic just because it's less work, easier to get around, all that stuff. So if you're speccing this on your daily driver, I mean, think about that if you're going around town a lot. But the manual is a lot more fun if you're just out for kind of a pleasure cruise, which is what I've mostly done with this one so far. So if you guys have stuck around this far in the video, appreciate you making this far. Hope you enjoyed the intro to my new M2. I just wanted to give you guys a little overview of this car first. I'm going to be making some more videos going a little bit more in depth here coming up soon. So like I said, I missed all of 2024, didn't make a single video. I don't know really what happened except for just life happened. I got a new job pretty much exactly a year ago today. As you guys know, I'm a software engineer. Started with a new company, left the startup I was with before, and just a new job, basically doing the same thing. So yeah, between the new job, kids and all that stuff, just didn't get around to making a video. And for 2025, I've been wanting to get into the habit of making more videos and get back to that because I really do enjoy doing this. It's a hobby of mine. One thing here, I would have made one this year already, but the weather in Kansas has not cooperated. It's a nice almost 60-degree day today. You can see a little windy and overcast, but for most of January, we were buried in snow. We had probably a couple feet of snow during January. February, we got another pretty big snowstorm, another 8 to 10 inches. So the winter has not been very kind to us, and it's finally kind of clearing up. So hopefully now I'll get the chance to get the car out more, make some more videos. That's one of the reasons it's only got almost 1,200 miles on it, because this winter has been very brutal. And with this being a manual rear-wheel drive car, I haven't wanted to get it out in the snow too badly. So now I'll get to drive it some more. And like I said, something new coming here in about a month-ish. Hopefully in the next few weeks I'll get that and I can introduce that to you guys as well. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a great day.